Hello everyone, today we are making Beowulf a 10th birthday cake. So here we have all the ingredients we need, including, look at these cute little candles we've got going on. There's the one, and there's the 0. So, the first things first, Beowulf doesn't really react very well to wheat. So as a substitute, I actually got coconut flour. So we're going to try it out. I've never worked with coconut before. Quite frankly, I personally don't like it, but Beowulf doesn't seem to mind it. At least he liked the coconut milk. So we're going to make a peanut butter and applesauce cake. The frosting, we're going to use some Greek yogurt and Cool Whip. The reason for that is because I didn't want to just use all Cool Whip because it's just, quite frankly, too much sugar. But Fifi didn't really like the taste of the Greek yogurt, so I'm going to combine them, and just so it helps to the Greek yogurt will help temper the sugar out of the Cool Whip. And then hopefully the Cool Whip will help hide the flavor so that Fifi will end up eating the Greek yogurt. That's a lot of hopefullys, but let's see how it works out. First things first, we have our mixing bowl. We need 3/4 cup of flour. So with our coconut flour, I added the baking powders and baking soda, and now we need to add 1 egg. So I've been doing a lot of research into different substitutions. I don't want to use as much oil in this cake. I think the reasons are pretty obvious. It's just not healthy. So I went ahead and I added a 2nd egg. I've never really done this before, so I have no idea how this is going to turn out. But let's hope for the best, because either way, you guys are going to see it. So right now, I'm just lightly combining the flour and the eggs mixture. And again, still hoping for the best here. Got a kitchen helper, everyone. Fifi's sitting here watching me. Look. Did you hear the news that it's for you? It's for you and your brother? Did you hear? Oh, now you want to act like you know how to sit. It's not ready yet. And no matter how much you sniff the air, it doesn't matter. It's not ready yet. Okay, so next in our cake we need to add the peanut butter. It calls for 2 tablespoons. Now I got the natural creamy peanut butter. One thing that I do want to mention is when you buy peanut butter is to make sure that you do not get peanut butter that contains the ingredient xylitol. It's bad for dogs. It's actually extremely toxic. So if you don't want to end up with a night in the vet, I strongly recommend checking your peanut butter's ingredients. This peanut butter literally just has roasted peanuts and salt. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not. It looks blurry from here. But yeah, this peanut butter, roasted peanuts and salt. And that's literally it, and that's really all you want in a peanut butter. So the recipe called for 1/2 cup of peanut butter. I'm still kind of lightly combining at this point just to kind of get all my ingredients in. Not going to worry so much about having it completely perfect yet. We obviously have to add a little bit more wet ingredients in here. So next what I'm going to do is add a cup of applesauce. The recipe actually calls for 1/2 cup, but again, since I want to cut down on the oil, I need to add a little bit more wet ingredient, so I'm going to up my applesauce a little bit. Okay, so I've combined in my applesauce, and quite honestly, I think this looks pretty good. Obviously, I didn't make too much. The recipe also calls for some honey. And while I'm sure the dogs would appreciate that because Beowulf really likes sweet stuff, since I'm going to use some whipped cream in the frosting, I'm going to go ahead and skip that. But for now, all we're going to do is get this in a pan, get it in the oven, and hope it cooks. I have not used any oil. It's literally just peanut butter, applesauce, coconut flour, baking soda, and some eggs. So, let's see what happens. Oh, I have my oven set to 350 and it's already preheated. Okay. So our cake squished down into the pan. Gonna put it in the oven and hope it turns out. So we're gonna get started on our frosting. Obviously we know the dogs like Cool Whip, but we are gonna put the Greek yogurt in there, like I said earlier, just to make sure that it's not too sweet. Okay, so I have my whipped cream and my yogurt combined. So now for the ultimate test, we're gonna see if our little kitchen helper likes it. Able to cut down the sugar content of the frosting by adding the Greek yogurt, and the frosting did disguise the taste of the yogurt. I would say this is a hit. I think she likes it. Cool. Okay, so once my cake came out of the oven, it really wasn't in for very long. It is, I mean, it's a very thin cake, so it really didn't need too long to bake, but I did, I put it in the fridge for about 20 minutes after it came out, just to help make sure it was cooled before I tried to, you know, spread the frosting on it. So let's do a little bit of that. I'm not much of a cake decorator. I know some people make really fancy looking decorated cakes, but I really don't think the dogs care what it looks like, to be honest. Of course, if I was doing this for somebody else, I probably would put a little more effort into it, but yeah, I accidentally cracked a piece when I was pulling it out. But still, I think that this is a pretty good looking cake for the dogs. Let's do a little bit of frosting on there. So if you can see here, we did not end up using all of our frosting. We still have quite a bit left in this bowl, but I think that's okay. Our cake is frosted. I'm gonna leave the sides unfrosted. And now we're gonna get our candles on there and wish our birthday boy a happy birthday. There we go. Happy birthday, 10th birthday. All right. We have Faye. Stop licking the cake. Okay. Beowulf. Beo. Make a wish. Are you ready? Are you ready? You got your wish made? Good boy. Good boy. Look. What do you think? Now that we've cut into it, you can see, I mean, it's like a normal cake. It really is. It has a good texture and it's a little spongy like cake should be. You could eat this if you were human. I don't like, personally, I don't like coconut at all. So I know the coconut flour is going to be a big turnoff for me. But there would be no reason a human could not eat this cake if they wanted to.